So today is the new moon, peaking at around 8:35 in the afternoon for me. And as a follower of Hekate, the new moon is a special time, and a time when a lot of people participate in what's known as Hekate's Deipnon. Deipnon in Greek means the evening meal, and it is the largest evening meal. I suppose it's just the largest meal of the day. And practitioners have said that for Hekate's Deipnon, this is a meal solely given to the goddess in tightness, but everybody kind of does it a little bit differently. And so I've set up my altar today to do that, and I figured I'd show you just what I do for this special occasion. Hekate is big into dogs. Dogs are one of her animals that she is linked to. And because I have these big old dummies here, I have gone ahead and given them some treats. And I've given them treats in Hekate's name. And I treat this as part of her Deipnon. Now, it's not necessary, of course, but I do feel like giving your animal companions some extra love and attention during this time, especially in the goddess's name, is very, very important. Next, I'm going to make Hekate sacred tea. Now, this was something that I found online, and I've been using it ever since, but I really like it, and I feel as if she does like it too. So what we got is we have 2 bags of black tea, because you're going to be making a cup for her, and you're going to be making a cup for yourself. So we have black tea. It's going to be a half a teaspoon of peppermint, a 1/4 teaspoon of lavender, and then it's going to be honey to taste. And then I, of course, put them in my mesh tea balls. You're going to let these steep for about 5 minutes. Some people offer Hekate a whole meal, but I do not. In fact, I just prepare some of her most favorable offerings. So here I have 2 cloves of peeled garlic. Some people do not peel them, I choose to. And I don't give Lady Hekate garlic often because garlic is toxic to dogs. So whenever you're working with ingredients, it's important to remember that some ingredients are toxic to animals and bad for the earth as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. Another thing that I will be adding to this cauldron, which will be set upon her altar as an offering, is lavender, which is one of her favorite herbs. Rosemary, which is another one of her favorite herbs. And because the new moon is a time of change, I'll actually be adding a cicada shell. I collected these from my mother's house, actually, when I went to go see her. And as Lady Hekate is a goddess of the crossroads and liminal spaces, she often comes in the form of somebody offering to help with transformation and growth. This has been my experience with her, and so to me, the cicada shell, that in-between point of the cicada and the actual, the beginning stages of the cicada and the ending stages of cicada, to me, that signifies change, transformation, and growth. And the new moon in general is a good time for transformation and growth. So I feel like adding one of these cicada shells as part of the offering kind of sets my intention that I want to continue to work with her, that I want to continue to change and to grow and just to be different in general. And it's almost in a way to thank her for the type of change that she's already created within me that I've been able to see. So it's setting my intention with the new moon, but it's also setting my intention with her and working with Lady Hekate, and it's just an offering in general that I think she would like, at least upon this day. I guess this one's a lucky guy, since whenever I put my hand in there, it just kind of stuck to my finger, so we'll be adding this to the little cauldron. Now that I've put the tiny cauldron onto her altar as an offering, I went ahead and put some of my homemade lavender oil on a small purple lavender tea light, and then I topped it with sage. Again, these are just some more of Lady Hekate's favorite herbs. Now with the sage, I know some people are going to give me some flack, but this was not white sage. And the sage itself isn't part of closed practices. It's the act of smudging, which is part of a closed practice. Using the herb itself is fine as long as you know the source and you know that it's ethical harvesting. And like I said, there's a difference between white sage and other types of sage. So sage is fine. And I, of course, also have permission to use sage per the Miami tribe. Not that I do it in any sort of smudging, but I do use the herb itself. So in this case, especially since it's one of Lady Hekate's favorite herbs, it's part of my personal ritual for this. And after this, what we'll do is once the tea is done steeping, we will add it to our altar. I will go ahead and light the candle. I have full moon incense in here. I already did a smoke cleanse of the cauldron before I used it. But we'll light the incense, light the candle, say a few words to Lady Hekate in her honor, and then I might do some divination here with my tarot cards, just to gain some insight and some of Lady Hekate's wisdom. Anyways, that's really all I have for the ritual, so happy Deipnon, everybody.